What's up, guys? We're back with another episode of Toxico podcast. We're here joined by Leo Dottavio. Am I saying that right?
You nailed it, bro.
Leo Dottavio.
Dottavio.
And Bill Dawes.
Bill Dawes.
Bill Dawes. I said it wrong. Bill Dawes.
Bill Dawes.
Oh, man.
Give me the Latin
Dawes.
accent.
He's some of the funniest guys I know. One of the most handsome
you,
guys I know.
Thank you.
God damn. Dude.
So are you,
But
sexy
first,
beast.
guys, I want to let you guys know that this show is brought to you by... This show is brought to you by the Comedy Showcase, the iPhone app that you need to have if you are a fan of stand-up comedy. They release a ton of new sets monthly by comics like me. Most of all, your subscription goes to paying the comedians, which is important if you know how the comedy game works with money, guys. Weed Cellar's is the first of its kind. No other alcohol brand in the world spans in all alcohol categories, including wine, spirits, and beer. The weed portfolio comprises 8 wine varietals, 2 beer categories, and a high-scoring award-winning straight bourbon whiskey. Our Italian sparkling wines have been a huge hit, scoring 92 points. Wheat Cellar still wines range in scores from 90 to 92, according to Tasting Panel Magazine's publisher editor-in-chief, Meredith May. Our whiskey is a 93-point Double Gold Sip Award winner and created under the watchful eye of master distiller Mark Weaver. And our beer selection consists of Weed Light Lager and Weed Golden Ale that are both brewed and bottled at Alamo Brewery in San Antonio, Texas. To check out their store and purchase their award-winning line of products, look for them in your local liquor store. What's up, guys? We're back, guys, with Leo Dottavio.
What's up, everybody? Cheers.
Deuce.
How you doing? I'm gonna look at this one, right? Hey guys.
Bill Dawes, guys. This guy and this guy, I met in the comedy game, and
That's right.
it's been a pleasure knowing you guys. You guys have been doing your own thing. You've been out there being
Same,
sexy
brother.
as fuck on
I
Instagram.
appreciate that, dude.
You're out there getting buff on the movies, getting movie roles and shit.
Not as
right.
much as I like to, but yeah, it happens sometimes.
Hey man, you were just getting buff.
It's a tough game, bro. I've known Bill for a long time.
You were
and
getting buff for a role, and you got it, right?
Yeah,
Yes, be proud of
shocker, spoiler, I was playing a white supremacist, which is pretty much all I can get these days.
I didn't know that shit.
All I get these days is white supremacists or cops.
Hey, man.
You
Which
look
is fine, man. I'll
our
take it.
favorite.
Right? I mean-
You look great.
Trust me, I want to shave my head because
You
if
look
I
fucking
shave my
great,
head,
Bill.
I'll get all those Nazi rolls.
Bill, you look great. You're not even like. I still to this day say you haven't even hit your prime yet, and you're one of those guys where you've hit multiple primes in your life, where you haven't hit your most recent prime yet, and you're
I hope so, man. You're
I'd
looking
like, to
God's
say,
ears.
I'd like to think so. Also, I believe that for Bill.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, God. René, do you go out for, you have an agent, right? You go out for roles. What is it mostly, is it?
The recent
Just
roles I've gotten.
7-Eleven
let me
Indian?
tell you guys
Just
the recent
kidding.
one. I did a role for a movie.
Nice.
That was a big. I did 2 big time movies. That I didn't get. But they've all been like either stoner guys
Nice.
or
Cholos,
like
yeah.
really primed out cholo. Where I thought like I can nail this, but then I'm thinking I look Indian as shit.
Yeah, what about
No matter what my mindset is, it
Yeah.
doesn't portray what I look
Dude,
like.
we should do a YouTube video where we're fake 7-Eleven employees.
Yeah,
dude,
dude,
you know?
I'm
Do you ever
so
pretend
down.
that you're Indian, go on audition, be like, yeah,
I
man.
haven't got the Indian audition yet.
Oh.
I feel like maybe Hollywood has fucked all that up now.
Yeah, you gotta be exactly what you are.
If you're
You can't
Indian,
play it.
you gotta
Yeah.
be Indian, right?
Yeah, nowadays, yeah.
But
Absolutely.
Leo, you got one of the most handsome guys over here.
You're a sweet guy. Thank
Leo
you.
Dottavio, is that Italian?
Yes, it's Italian, but Argentinian. No,
You're
I'm
sexy,
40.
man.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
You're
sexy
sexy ass
too.
bitch.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I'm aging. My girlfriend calls me old sometimes, getting under my skin.
Oh.
I got a few grays. Yeah, she gets it. That's
A
mean.
few
huh?
grays?
Where are your grays? On your pubes, because they can't see them in your
Feel
hair.
on
my
my
girl
pubes,
told
feel
me-
the hair. What's up?
My girl's 9 years older than me. She's 9 years older than me. So I was
No
like,
way, really?
yeah. So my wife.
Yeah.
So she has so she's dated older men, older than her. So she's dated men that have had gray hair and
Right.
and they rock it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So one day she comes up to me with the I'm growing a gray mustache hair, right? And I'm over here like, oh yeah, it's because you stress me out, right? And then she's over here, oh, it looks good on you. My first toxic thought comes to my fucking head. It was like, you want me to look like your fucking ex, bitch? What the fuck?
Damn, dude.
The fuck? I'm not fucking ever gonna have no gray hair. If I get now, I'm just like, I can never rock gray hair around her ever again.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna fix that eventually. I'm gonna have. But anyways, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, man. For me, it's like it's comedic. I like it because it's funny. Like she's calling me old, but obviously she's got some daddy issues, so she's into the guys that
Thank
are older.
God.
Yeah, thank God.
Oh,
right?
what? Why is that
thank
a
God
thank
for
God?
daddy issues.
Well, that's great. What do you mean? He can get younger chicks because these girls.
I'll tell you what.
aren't-
There was a time when I was like 32 to 36, where 20-year-olds wouldn't really mess with me, and then I hit 40, and all of a sudden, like I'm getting hit up by so many young girls with daddy issues, and they're actually. I was never part of the whole daddy thing.
What?
But I've been with girls who were like, "Can I call you daddy?" And you gotta be like, "Hell, sure."
Yeah.
And then you gotta start playing the daddy role.
You're absolutely right. And the more they
You
are
get
into
those
that,
at this? The way you look now?
already, dude. Yeah, because I've always
Why?
looked older.
You look young.
I mean,
I have to guess you're 26, 27 years
That's
old.
very sweet. I'm 34. You know,
Yeah.
but,
You're gonna
No,
age
you're not
into your
30.
daddy.
You're not
It's gonna be
34 years
nice.
old.
I'm 34, baby. 1986.
How old are you, Bill?
I'm 40.
You lying?
No, I am.
You
I'm
gave
in
me
my
your
40s.
you gave me your IMDb age right now.
It's his IMDb age for sure.
What is this? How old are you, Mark? 35?
Nice, dude.
I'm 24, man. I'm about to be 25.
God
and
damn.
I'm 25 tomorrow.
That's nice, dude.
Oh,
You're a young
happy
kid.
birthday,
you're,
man.
You're doing well.
Thank you,
know,
man.
You're young and doing
But
well.
I'm not saying is you do not look your
Thanks.
age, so you're getting that.
Thank you.
Okay.
My parents, great genetics. You know, my father and mother. My mom's Colombian. My dad's Argentinian, Italian. They both look great. You know, for their age.
You're on some sexy ass. You just like
Hopefully.
your whole family being an orgy be
Thank you.
hit on Pornhub, huh?
Should I leave, guys? You get something about-
I just want to fuck. All right, guys, let's get to
wanna
some
fuck you
questions
too.
here, guys. This is the podcast where we get to talk about some toxic shit we've been in, man. It's kind of like therapy.
Sure, I like it.
Except I'm not giving you any advice.
All right.
I'm just gonna listen and maybe say my story too, and maybe I don't know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not. It's not a therapy like, but just be open here. There's a Patreon episode after which you should subscribe to. After we're gonna talk some more stuff, so things maybe that you might not be comfortable sharing in the beginning of the podcast or during the podcast, because you're just easing into your toxicity. Later, you have a chance to reveal, like, I should have said that. You have the chance of that episode. So don't, for right now, just be open, be free, whatever's on your mind.
Sure.
But of course, if you have some names, don't say the real name.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it always saves a lot of people's
Oh, yeah.
lives. You know, and if
Karen.
you guys break up because of this, do not contact me. Do not contact Mark. Do not download the Comedy Showcase.
Just
Oh,
contact-
actually, download
contact
the
a lawyer
If
and
you have
sue.
if you have a complaint, download the Comedy Showcase app and email the app, and that's the only way.
We only take complaints from paid subscribers.
Yes, we only take complaints from paid subscribers.
That's what it should be.
So that's the only way you can complain about the show.
Nice.
So guys, the first question. Yeah, are you guys in a relationship now, Bill? In a relationship now?
Yeah, I am in a relationship now.
Cool, perfect, dude. And
I also am in a relationship.
also, both of you are in relationships. Both going well?
Yeah, it's going well. I mean, it's toxic. I'll say it. Yeah.
It's toxic?
It's toxic.
It's
yeah.
toxic?
There are
in a good
issues.
way.
How
Yeah,
about
there are
that?
issues.
There are
Yeah,
issues.
yeah, I
It's
agree
not
with that.
toxic though.
Well, what define toxic exactly?
Yeah, there we go. Thank
It's
you.
Latino toxic.
What does that mean?
That's like
That you're starting to cut them?
those threats, hits.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so physical
No, it doesn't have
violence.
to be like that. I'm saying that.
But maybe
doesn't have
just
to be
raise a
like-
hand
Okay,
like,
okay.
you want a
Just your
fresh
version
one?
of toxic's fine. Is it toxic?
It can be toxic.
It's toxic, Bill. Your relationship's toxic.
Well, I tell you what it is. This is what I've learned, that women, when you disagree with a woman, some women, they mean what they respond with is, "Why are you picking a fight with me?" As opposed to, "Okay, we're disagreeing about something." Like, why are you picking a fight with me? So what I have learned, and maybe this is toxic, is if I just shut the fuck up and I just let everything go, like roll off my back like the fucking Buddha.
What is just let it out?
It's
don't
like the
reply?
happy wife, happy life, happy girl, happy world theme. And I used to make fun of people like that, like henpecked men who would like, how long have you been married? In the audience, they look at their wife. I'm like, oh, look at this pussy whipped guy. But the truth is, like, women, they rule the emotional realm. So as a guy, you just have to fucking bottle it up until it becomes an ulcer. Because it will never, it will never,
Fuck.
it will never help as a guy to really talk about your feelings and what you need. You just
So I
have
can
to
never talk
cater
about feelings?
a little bit.
So you just let everything roll. So that when you're getting angry texts, angry calls, what do?
You need another outlet. You need a therapist. You need a guy friend.
So you just don't say anything.
No, I do, which
What do
is
you
why
say?
it's toxic. I'll give you a perfect example. I was with my girl, and we don't have the same movie tastes. I like movies about
That are good.
murder
Right.
and rape and drama and like high stakes shit. She likes Holiday on Netflix.
Right.
And
Yeah,
like
most women, yeah.
borderline
Let's be
Hallmark
honest,
movies.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like rom-com shit. And basically garbage. So when we're going to watch a movie together, I want to watch the death, rape, murder movie, and she wants to watch the fucking whatever bullshit. Yeah. So I picked this movie called Our Friend, which is about a woman who gets cancer. That's my shit. I want to see
Good
someone
acting,
get cancer,
yeah.
dying, Casey Affleck, Jason Segel, and she wanted to watch some, and so I was like, well, I bought the movie. It's like, by the way, it costs $20 to rent a movie now on Amazon. It's ridiculous.
Bullshit.
So I get on my phone to like maybe look for another movie. I'll eat the $20. I'll get a movie she likes. And then she was talking to me in the middle of a story, and she goes, "Why are you on your phone? I don't see you all day, and like I just
You're
want
doing
5
that for
minutes
her?
with you." And I go, and I should have been like, "You're right. I'm sorry," and put my phone away. But I said, I'm just looking up a movie that I thought you might like better than this one, because I thought, like, she's like, yeah, but I'm just starting to, and I kept pushing back. I was like, so what am I supposed to put my phone down and just go, keep talking, fascinating. What happened at the store today?
You did that?
A little bit, yeah. And that just like, and at that point, she was triggered. Me picking the phone triggered her, obviously. And
Yeah.
then it was just like chain reaction of like Chinese firecrackers. And it just ended up being a fight for days.
For days.
I mean, I couldn't. I'm looking. I'm like,
How do
how
black
do I?
people handle
How
fights?
do? And at one point, I'm like, I'm telling myself, get out of it, get out of it. Just let it go. I go, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. What? I'll turn off my phone. Not a big deal. She's like, it's too late now.
You had a fight like that for days.
No, it wasn't a day, but it was. We couldn't get over it that night. You know how they say, never go to sleep. Never go to sleep angry.
You went to sleep angry that night.
Yeah,
Both of you.
both of us.
Why couldn't you let it go?
See, I felt like I could, but what I said to her is, I said, I think we have issues with our communication, our conflict resolution.
Okay.
And I think we should see a counselor for it.
Oh my God! I wish my wife and I would handle. Babe, you hear this?
But she
You
got.
need to handle the way he's talking those words.
White people,
That's some
But she
white
was
shit.
offended. She was, you think I need therapy? I'm like, no, we need therapy.
Would
Where the therapist can tell you how fucking wrong you are.
Would
Right?
you say the way you're handling things now? Would you say this is the most toxic relationship you've ever been in, or
Oh,
you've been
God.
in worse? Or like not.
Hold my joint. No, hell no.
Okay,
I've
so
been-
what is the most toxic?
Here's the most
That the
toxic
point where you're
relationship.
like, oh my God, this is so long. I can't believe I was this way. And then we'll get to you right now.
I met a woman who was married, and she wanted out. So, and she was way out of my league, super hot.
She was married?
She was
And you're
married.
like, hey, I'm fucking down to take care of you right now.
She's married to this rich guy, but she's like, I don't love him anymore. I don't know our marriage. And then I was like, all right. And then we had sex in LA. I booked a Broadway play. I moved back to New York for this Broadway play.
Wow.
In the fall, it's like a big premiere, and she.
Okay, so,
We're
so
gonna-
she was away and you were in New
We're
York.
kind of gonna be, open. She's like, it's okay if you sleep with people as long as you wear a condom, whatever. She would keep coming back, and I found out later that she was basically coming back to avoid him. Right? So she was running from her marriage and separation. She wasn't even
And
separated
you know
yet.
about this.
I knew that she was looking to get separated. About 2 months in a relationship, we got officially separated, and so I was kind of like, I don't know, I was kind of keeping my options open in New York.
How old were you again?
Huh?
How old were you?
How old was I?
Yeah.
I was like 30,
Okay.
32 or something. So I ended up having an affair with Martha Stewart's daughter,
Wow.
Alexis
What?
Stewart. This is the crazy thing. And it was just like, we would just hook up and have sex sometimes, and she's this crazy old baddie woman who lives in a penthouse. And
Do you know how to cook?
Huh? Mwah.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
Seriously?
I kind of look back and go like, damn, why didn't I just stay with her?
Cooking
Other
starts
than she
mattering
was a
lot now.
fucking horrible human.
Right.
But as me and this girl in LA got more serious, I told Alexis, I go, hey, I don't think I can do this. I'm getting more serious with this girl in LA. She was like, what, you're seeing someone else? Fuck you. You're gonna rue the day. And she like left her penthouse I was in, and I never saw her again. She ended up contacting my girlfriend after getting a private PI. And
She got private. That's like easy
that's
money
what
for
fucking
easy
billionaires
money.
do, right?
Wow.
And my girlfriend knew about this. I still moved in with her. We lived together for 9 months in this situation where she didn't trust me. I'm walking on eggshells, and everything I did that was remotely
Wait,
odd.
you told her about Stuart?
Well, Stuart sent her like
Contact her.
transcripts of everything that we did.
Oh my God.
We had sex this day, we had sex this day, this day, we did it this way. Yes.
Wow.
Stuart is toxic.
Yeah.
Stuart, you're toxic.
Now, the truth is, this girl I was dating should have dumped me, and I should have been like, look, we can't get past this.
No, that's too much.
And I should have left. But neither of us left.
Why couldn't you get, because of she knew everything? She knew way too much?
No, I think I didn't leave her because I thought that maybe somehow miraculously she was just going to get over it after a couple months of me being a good guy and be. But I was, if you're in a relationship where you're like walking on eggshells about what you do, what you say, how you respond to her, that's just not a good place to be in.
Yeah.
No.
And she didn't trust me, so then at one point she thought I was fucking her best friend, and I was like, your best friend's ugly, why would I fuck her?
And you don't think confronting her like, hey, it's not okay that we're like this?
Yeah. And she said, this is my process, I'm working through it. If you can't be here with my process, then just move out, because I was living with her.
Oh, that's bad. See,
Yes.
I've had a situation
would've
with
lived there too,
my
though.
wife where we were being like that for a little bit, but then I've confronted her, and it's just like, we can't. I've told her like we can't be like this and stay. Like we're gonna stay and work it, but don't expect for me to like what the hell. And she and I have done this too, where we both have admitted to our wrongs, and we're like we do need to fix this. But if that excuse comes out, we're like, well, you can't fucking accept me right now. You can't accept me when we're fucking.
Yeah.
Like what? I want you when we're fucking. What is that? I still want to fuck right now.
And I would say if you're in a situation where you cheated, and even though technically did I cheat, we had a kind of weird thing. But
what? What?
she
What?
thought I cheated. No, this is what she goes. She goes, it's because you didn't wear a condom with her, which to me is like that's not the
Okay,
reason.
that's
If
not
I
the
wore a condom,
reason.
you'd be like, oh sweet, how was it?
No.
I'm like, Alexis,
No
she's like
way.
in her 40s, she can't
No
get
way.
pregnant. It's fine. What are you
No
worried
way.
about?
Wow.
So it was, but we'd be fine for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then all of a sudden, like, let me ask you a question. On October 27th, I came to New York, and you weren't there when I first got there. Where were you? Like, she'd become a private detective and try to like suss out where I was, like retroactive, and then it would go away. It kept coming back though.
My wife and I have done that to ourselves.
Yeah.
Well, what she's doing to you, we've done it to ourselves. So there's no way I can be like, oh, you did that. I don't. I did it too. So that's why my wife and I felt like we should have got married. It's like, oh my God, we both do that.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
But that's like,
I'm just kidding.
you either gotta forgive.
That's not true. That is not true. That is not
You either
true.
gotta forgive someone or not. But you can't be like, I'm trying to forgive you. I'm working on it. Get the fuck out. If someone says I'm working on it,
And
get
I made that
out.
clear with my wife, and it's just like look, you gotta, because I've done some wrong shit. I never cheated or anything, but like, I've done some stupid shit, and it's just like, you gotta forgive me for that. Just like she's done some things, and I've forgiven her, and yeah, I do bring it up sometimes and some toxic shit, but then she catches me like, oh, but I can't. I'm like, oh, fuck, you're right.
Well, that's a
You know what I
problem. You
mean?
can't keep bringing that shit up.
Yeah, and that's the problem. The more you bring it up, that's when you can go on, dude. Like that's toxic shit. But we're gonna on more back to you. But right now, you
What's the most toxic relationship I've ever been in?
most toxic.
I dated an Orthodox Jew when I was like in my mid.
What does that even mean? I don't even know what that means.
means
Coming
that-
from the hood, you don't hear that, dude.
It means that
What is Orthodox Jew?
she didn't like my uncircumcised cock. That's what that means.
That's what that means.
It means a
I'm
little
kidding,
bit more than that.
It's a little bit more than that.
yeah,
Okay, so this is what it means. She
I'm gonna
was.
meet an unorthodox Jew and think, oh, so you don't like?
She was. She was very Jewish, right? So Orthodox means like it's like on. She couldn't touch electronics from Friday night to Saturday night or something, and she had to marry a Jew, right? And we fell in love, man. I was like 25, she was like 23, and this beautiful girl. She was. I think Bill met her actually way long ago when I first met Bill. She was Colombian and Israeli. Very nice mix. Beautiful, great girl. I still often think about her because she was very humorous, very cool chick. But it was toxic because
It's
when we fell
toxic
in
that you
love,
still think about her. But
yeah, a little bit. But we every now and then she would, you know, we'd have a nice week. We never could get through a week without fighting because at some point it would come up that, you know, we were having sex now and I took her virginity, so of course it was like very complicated, and she wanted me to convert to Judaism.
Of course.
I had to convert to Judaism, but not only that,
I've seen that in an episode of
I had
Sex
a
and the City. They make you
snip,
do
dude.
that.
I had to snip
Oh,
the
that's
foreskin.
right. Yeah.
I had to snip the foreskin.
Wait,
To
you
con-
snipped it?
To
No.
convert, you have to get
To
circumcised.
convert, I
You
have
have
to get
foreskin now?
circumcised. Yeah. It's
Leo
still there.
Dottavio has
I
foreskin.
can show you if
Ladies
you
and
want,
gentlemen,
René.
Leo Dottavio
I'll
has
show you right now. He'll have to
foreskin
blur it
that is
out.
announced.
That'll be on
You'll
the
have to blur it
Patreon.
out.
That'll be the
Yeah, I'll
Patreon.
blur it out. But I'll show my dick on the Patreon. But point of the story
Oh,
is,
okay, download the Patreon.
it was bad
See
also
Leo
because
Dottavio's dick.
that's right, dude. It's on there. You want to see my dick? Subscribe to Patreon. So point of the story. Then that was just fucking horrifically toxic. And then otherwise, every other relationship, I've been the toxic one. And everybody else has been fine, pretty much. I can very toxic.
But wait a second.
But
Why didn't
I like how
you?
he
Why didn't you
admits it. I
convert
like how he
then?
admits
why didn't I convert? Because
If that was the thing and you wouldn't convert, why didn't you just break up with her then?
Because he knew he was Leo the
I
fucking
loved her, dude.
Dottavio.
Yeah, I thank you. I couldn't do that because I don't know. My father would have, he probably would have disowned me.
Just do it on the DL. Just do it on the DL.
Why?
Yeah.
What's your father like?
My father's a very
Catholic?
macho, Catholic, machismo,
Latino?
Latino, Argentinian,
Oh.
Italian. He would have been like, you're, a piece of shit. Get the fuck
My
out
dad
of
would
my
disown
house.
me too, dude.
He would have been like, you did that for a woman?
My dad
Get
would
the
disown me
fuck
too.
out of my house.
Can't snip your dick. I left you that skin,
You
son.
snipped your dick? Yeah, exactly. I left you that so you would have easy blowjobs for the rest of your life. You could come very quickly. And instead,
Is that why I come quick?
I think so, yeah.
Wait,
And so
both
we
you
have a
guys
lot
are
more sensitive-
uncircumcised?
No?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
uncircumcised.
uncircumcised.
Yeah, we have a lot more,
Uncircumcised.
it's a lot more sensitive.
Hey, man, but I still make it work, man. Make it work,
We
man.
give more pleasure,
I've
too.
lasted an hour before.
Oh, good for you, man.
I've lasted an hour
You were on
before.
cocaine, weren't you?
No, I wasn't
you
actually.
sure?
No, there's times where I'm
Adderall?
just
You're on something, dude.
no, dude.
Weed?
Marijuana?
Weed,
Yeah.
alcohol,
It was
alcohol,
It is,
weed, you know what I mean?
weed. But yeah, man, so that was definitely the most toxic because we couldn't get through a week. And then all of a sudden, it was almost like
How's
she
it
made me
toxic,
feel...
though? She just wanted you to go
No,
by
she
her
made me
religion.
feel like I was going to hell because I wasn't converting to Judaism.
Oh, okay.
But she did, there were some beautiful things
In
about
her
the-
culture, you were, though.
And, absolutely.
But with what she was raised,
They were the
you
chosen ones,
Jews don't believe in hell, though.
They don't.
Spoiler.
So there we go.
So you
My
couldn't
own
talk to her
thoughts.
about the law of attraction? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I think, yeah.
She shouldn't. She probably was fucking you on the DL. Like her
Of
parents
course,
didn't
no
know, right?
one knew about us.
So
I was
that's
the
already
Gentile.
toxic.
It was already
You was-
toxic.
and
You have to
was
hide the
fucking, huh?
relationship.
I had to hide.
There
Yeah, she had to hide it.
she wasn't a Jew when you was fucking, huh?
They were like, "You're Catholic, bitch." Yeah. No, yeah.
No. I bet
That was
you,
the
like,
most toxic relationship, and then every other.
Because
relationship I've ever
it
been in
bothers
was
me
toxic.
when women are like saying stuff about their religion, but then when they're put in my fucking asshole.
Oh, I've been with a Muslim woman.
Like, what are you doing?
She wanted it in
Yes.
her asshole.
No, but
Oh, okay, sorry.
but she was very like good girl, mom.
Like, if you're gonna be full religion all the way, dude.
yeah.
Don't
But then
come in here.
then once she got to bed, she
Leo
was just a
Dottavio
little
opening
freak.
the bottle of Weed Teller whiskey,
It's good stuff, guys.
93
It's
points.
smooth.
It is smooth. Eh?
Smooth.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, you never know who's going to be a real freak in bed. It has nothing to do with their religion, if they're Orthodox or Muslim. Whatever. They're people like they can wear hijab and you get in bed and they're like.
But my point is,
nuts.
like, if you're gonna be religious, like, be religious in bed as well.
How so?
Just don't have sex.
We don't
The
Orthodox.
sheet, dude, you got to get the sheet with the hole. Dude.
Yes,
the
that's
way.
Orthodox. Do you know that in Orthodox Judaism?
That's how they
Sometimes
do it.
That's how you fucked her. No.
of course not, no.
The point about
She didn't let me hit it
the
doggy
point about
that
being
much, though.
religious is like, oh my God, God's watching me. It's like
Yeah.
God's watching you when you're fucking too. You know.
You know,
that?
but she told me there was a nice, there was a nice kind of way that Jews or that she was taught about sex. God, dude, that's twice. So this is
badass bottle right there.
so this is what she would tell me about sex. That in the Jewish Orthodox religion, they believe that their God was in the room while you're having sex, and when you come, is the closest you get to God because your mind is so clear
Oh, shit.
at
I
that
knew-
very
what?
moment. At that very moment, you are
So
so
when I'm
clear.
coming, I'm close to getting
Yes,
close to God.
that's what the Jews. That's what she told me they believe. So it was in a way more beautiful than the way the Catholic religion might look at it.
I've been
you know?
seeing God all week, my guy.
Yeah.
Let's
Jews
go,
are a
baby.
lot more open sexually than Catholics.
Yeah. Jews
That's
are a
why
lot
me
more
and
open
God
sexual.
close.
And it was nice. And Jewish girls, they have spunk. I don't know. I was always into Jewish
before
girls.
let me get to the second question. Before we get to all that shit, some red flags in relationships. Bill, start with you. Save the spunk stuff.
Sure.
Some red flags in a relationship that when you see this red flag, you're like, oh my God.
I think
cannot
one
do
red
this.
flag is when a woman starts talking about all the guys that want to be with her,
Yes.
Oh.
or the type of guy that could they be, or,
You
or,
see,
or
babe,
like,
stop doing that shit.
or like when they start saying like, I deserve a guy who blank, like I
Ooh.
deserve
okay, my
a
wife has never
good,
told me that.
because then you start feeling like you deserve this, and that, and like what you're saying is you shouldn't be with me.
Right.
You should be with someone better, but you're with me because why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's not like saying, hey, babe, can you treat me better? Can you be nicer? It's like,
that's probably
I deserve a man who blah, 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 blah. I deserve a man. I'm going like, well, if you don't think I'm that man, you wouldn't be, if you thought I was that man, you wouldn't be saying it. So you're saying that
here?
You either want me to go, me to magically become this man somehow because of my potential to be that man, or you think like, I'm putting up with you until this man arrives. And that's what you're telling me about all the guys that are trying to pick you up. Wow. Every time you go somewhere.
Preach, Bill.
Yeah.
You preach, Bill.
Hell yeah.
You preach that, Bill. Bill,
So
look, let me tell you something. That's accurate. That's fucking accurate, dude. If a woman ever comes at you like that shit, it's like, first of all, you're not gonna try to mold me. My wife, she tried to mold me. I told her, I'm not your Barbie doll.
Yeah.
That you can just like come over here.
Oh, women love to fucking change. They love to think they can change men.
I let my wife
change
change the way I dress. I get it. I was dressing like a high school kid.
You
before.
dress better.
Yeah, now you're just like a college kid.
Yes.
Right.
Now
Exactly.
she made me graduate from high school, college.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
You can't. It stops with the dressing though. You can't
Yeah.
over here like you.
The dressing is okay.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with the dressing.
Yes, because you do have better taste than me.
That's
I
not
get
a
it.
problem. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's not a problem, right?
You
Like-
should always learn. Yeah, I think that
I
I
have
dress
to-
for the women. I always tell I dress for the women, not for myself.
Yes, exactly.
Because otherwise,
Perfect.
I'd be in
Thank you.
sweatpants
Thank
and
you.
every day.
So that's your red flag right there.
Mm-hmm.
That you have no other ones.
Well, yeah, when women start telling you what you should do with your life.
Yeah, I like
That's
that
awesome.
too. I like
Especially
that.
as a
You
comedian.
should get
Especially
a
as
job.
comedian.
You should get a job. Have you thought about doing this? You
There's
should write
no-
screenplays more. You should get whatever. I'm like, you
Look.
tell me that isn't going to help me.
No, dude.
Yeah.
You can't do that to comedians. You can't do that to doctors because if they're doctors, most likely their parents made them become doctors. And it's like you can't do that to doctors because you're gonna disappoint my mother. And with comedians, you're gonna disappoint me if you try to make me stop being a comedian. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just
for
like
sure.
you can't do that. I just can't. I just can't see if you're a comedian that lets anybody turn you away from doing comedy or any sort of comedy. You're not a real comedian. So I'm saying it's like it's hard for me to see my wife turn. I told her this already from the beginning, like before when we first met. Like comedy's my life. And it's like
Yeah.
I can't. And it's like she understood that right off the bat. So it's like as a
Important.
comedian, that's probably one of the worst things for you to hear. Right? Someone telling you.
You should pivot. Have you thought about pivoting?
What is
to
that?
just like basically become an accountant
Yeah.
or teach at a university or do something like that, which is, by the way, not like bad things to do, but at the same time, like,
You get a lot of pussy
I
at
will
the
make that
university.
decision for me. You to tell me to make that decision is fucking bullshit.
Bullshit.
You're red flags.
If she's a whore.
Oh my god. That is the biggest red flag.
You know what I mean?
How do you know she's a whore,
Nah, I'm just kidding. You gotta like do some research and find out how many guys she slept with, and if it's more than 5,
Yeah.
bounce.
If she has an OnlyFans,
Yeah,
bounce.
I'm just kidding. It's not more than 5. Listen, it doesn't. I don't want to say that it matters how many people she
OnlyFans
slept with, but it kind of
It
matters how
does.
many
Come on.
people she has slept with. I mean, that's one.
What's the high number for you?
I think over fucking 15 for a girl that's 30. That's 30.
15, 30.
For 30.
Okay.
But what if they have like a slutty face in college and they just,
I don't like the slutty phase ever. Once you have a hoe
What's
phase,
your high
I don't
number?
know that you can ever come back.
well, at my age, I think that like anything,
High number at 35. Let's
I think
range
like,
you-
I'm going to say 40. Above 40 for a woman, up to 35 is an issue. It shouldn't be higher than their age.
No.
I like that. I like that a lot.
I'm saying age 35.
I like that. It should not be higher than their
A
age.
woman age 35. What is the highest number you'll take?
I dated one of my first
You're
girls.
saying no higher than their age?
One of the first girls I lived with, and she was, by the way, a great girlfriend, and I guess she was probably like 28 or something, or 30 when we met. She said she'd been with like 70 men.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
She probably ran a couple of trains.
That's
huh?
too much.
But she grew up in Manhattan. She was 13 going to like Studio 54.
And that's fine
yeah.
with you.
Jesus.
I found out late in the
That's
relationship at the point it
disgusting,
was
dude.
too late.
I agree with you. 15. That's my
I agree.
number. 15 max. I
Max,
can't
if
say
they're
more.
30 years old.
Yeah,
If
yes,
they're
yes,
25.
Yes, yes. If they're 25, get the fuck out of my life.
Yes. Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Okay, for a man, what's the highest number?
I don't give a fuck. We
No,
can fuck as many
get the
as
fuck
we
out of
want.
here.
You know why? Because biologically we're supposed to.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up, Leo.
I
Well,
think I
biologically
think
we're supposed to.
1,000 is a problem.
Thank you. 1,000's a problem. 200, you're the man.
Yeah, don't blue face them.
Under
right?
100,
No,
you're a
okay.
pussy.
Are you ever honest with the women? How many
never.
people you've slept with?
I completely lie every time. What do you guys say? What's your number that you lie? And what's your actual number, René?
I was honest with my wife on my number. 'Cause I want her to be on
Which
some-
How many
is
skanks have you banged?
I don't want to tell people. Apparently, people have made fun of my number.
why is it low or
It's
is it
low.
high?
It's low.
It should be low. You're 24.
It's a low number,
It's okay.
but for my wife, it's a high number.
By the way, low. Why would you ever be embarrassed about a low number?
Doesn't
I think
matter.
that's great.
That's great. It means that you
I
are
wish it
more
was a low
centered
number.
than me. The more women I have had sex with, the more stinky
No, it's
vagina
just
I've
that.
ran
Fuck, I
into.
didn't look like you, Leo.
Oh, stop it.
You know how many Jabba the Hutts I've had
Yeah,
sex
same,
with?
dude.
building up my numbers?
It happens. And it's
Cookie
bad.
Monster.
All right, no, all right,
Yeah.
look, let me tell you something, right?
Yeah.
I have a lot of toxic behaviors.
So do I.
Like what?
You know, like I stay in relationships longer than I should.
I'm being toxic right now.
Like I've been in long relationships,
Yeah.
and it's just like, damn, I shouldn't have stayed there that long.
Yeah.
You know, and we've had some guests here that have had that same issue. You know, and that's why I may share that. Same thing. It's just like, I mean, but talking about toxic behavior, like, what is? I'm gonna get into my round, but what is your guys' toxic behaviors? Like for example, mine is that. It was just like, in the past, I've stayed in relationships where I didn't even. I even got to the point where I moved in with somebody,
Oh yeah.
and I'm like, I knew I was not gonna stay.
Yes.
I'm over here just like, this is actually a good idea for me. Save some money.
Yeah.
I have my own space. You go to work this time. When that's about the time I leave. You're it's perfect.
Nice. Perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
I
so
see
I'm
what
just
you're
like,
saying. Yeah.
for me, I'm just thinking like, what would Steve Jobs do? And Steve Jobs is very logical with his shit. Like, I don't care whose feelings I hurt, whatever's best for the company.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so
I like that.
so that was my thought process. So that's why I'm saying like my toxic relationship in the past has been staying. in
Mine's
relationships.
connected to that because as a adult child of an alcoholic, it was all about making sure mom was okay. So I have this
Yeah.
people pleaser syndrome that becomes a problem because what
Yeah.
you try to do is you just try to placate the woman you're with, constantly everything's okay, everything. But deep down there's this like current of like motherfucker. It just builds up this resentment. So then when it comes out, it's jarring to her because
Yeah.
I haven't been really honest about how okay I am with all the bullshit that I'm putting up with. Because I'm actually putting up with it with a smile on the surface, but underneath I'm like, this fucking bitch is making me. And so as a result, I stay in relationships longer than I should because I don't want to hurt her. I don't want to
Yeah.
break. So I try to get her to break up with me. That's a classic thing that people pleasers do. You try to like
Don't forget
find a way.
It's your fault this happened.
Yep.
You left me.
Yeah, exactly. So-
I stayed.
Yeah, I was there for you. What did you do? Or just like, if you're in a relationship where you want out and then you say, well, maybe I'll just start cheating and that will help me segue into the next relationship. And then you
Yeah.
end up having an overlap situation, which is
Yeah.
never good.
That's
Right.
never good. The overlap. I've done that, and that's pretty bad. You know, and you gotta live with that. So it's like, so with you, would you say that's your toxic behavior?
My toxic behavior is I am being inauthentic by trying to be too much of a people pleaser to make sure that she's okay, and I build up resentment, and then it kind of ends up with me acting out. Like either I'll just, like I'm going out and I just lie to her where I'm going,
Yeah.
or maybe if in the past I have cheated in the past, or I just end up snapping because I've held it in for so long and it hits her out of the blue. But that's my fault because, I think that I think you just got to figure out if that is happening, you're getting triggered and you just bottle it up. You can't take it out on her. Bottom line, you got to find a way to either work with a therapist or when you do talk to her, you got to fucking have it worked out, because this is a shitty thing to
Yeah,
do.
that
Just
is
to
pretty bad. That
just
is
have your
pretty bad.
triggers like.
Yeah, the
fucking
whole
bitch.
little build that shit up. That's not good.
Yeah.
That's not good. That's bad. Do you have any toxic behaviors that you got?
Yeah, man, I'm jealous as fuck. I'm a jealous man.
You're a jealous
Oh,
man. Leo's a jealous
Latino.
jealous man.
I'm jealous. I'm
That's a
possessive.
Latino thing?
Possessive.
Is that a Latino?
Why?
Is that a Latino thing?
Why would you think that it is a Latino thing?
Really?
Of course, historically.
Historically,
Why?
because
Okay, wait. Let me explain. Then I'm gonna ask you why. Okay, and then if you know why, explain it too. Go.
Sure.
Go. Why?
Well, I mean, why we're possessive? I mean, I feel like my father I just watched my father, and then that made me a jealous and possessive man. But not only that, I mean, the worst thing I think that can happen to a lot of men is being cheated on by somebody they really love. So when you fall in love, you become very vulnerable, and then if the woman does cheat on you, it can take a portion of your manhood and heart away. So I just make sure it doesn't happen. You know what I mean?
What do you mean? How do you make sure it doesn't?
Yeah.
Well,
What?
she has to believe that you might kill her. That's all.
Oh, dude, that thing, dude. That's
Oh,
how I
really?
do
Is it okay?
This is why I'm like, what is this?
Fucking go, bro. Fucking cheers, bro.
Hey.
It's not true. You're obviously not going to kill her. But the point
But
is, she
you
has
make
to
that
maybe,
threat.
yeah, you might.
You say this like,
yeah,
oh, I'll fucking
she
kill
has
you.
to believe maybe like, whoa, dude, she might kill me.
You didn't make up some first 48 scenarios like, I will fucking go to your house,
Right.
chop up your fucking, I'll
Yeah,
fucking,
yeah. You got to do it. You got to
I
do
didn't
it.
want to say it.
You got to do it. But also, it's because.
So that way she's like, oh my god, he's crazy. I can't talk to him. He's crazy.
Also, I mean, I don't know. Okay, like you were, as a man in, for example, I've had fun with girls in my life, and I've also seen that girls have been very shady with me. Like married older women when I was having my copier job. They would like blow me in stairwells and shit, and they were married. You know what I mean? So it's like things
You're
like
a
that.
toxic ass dick if you're
I'm
doing
a toxic
that
dick,
shit.
dude. It wasn't
Yeah,
my fault. I
fuck
didn't even
you.
know.
But
I didn't
you're
even
young
know.
at that time, but now that you're
was young.
older, you
He's
go,
handsome.
oh, this is what
He's
older married
handsome,
women
and
do.
that's
This is what
could
older
happen to
married women-
me.
that
He
could
has
happen to me.
handsome guy issues.
It's a different
Married
thing, maybe.
women blowing me while I'm at
Exactly,
work
but
in the
he nailed it.
stairwell. It's
Well,
like a normal issue.
But listen, Bill
It scarred
just
me.
nailed it.
Yeah.
Bill
Get the
nailed
fuck
it.
outta
But
here.
then you think as you get older, like maybe she
scarred
runs
me.
into Chris Hemsworth and she bangs
But
him.
okay, let me just say this though, and this is and people don't like
Chris
talk.
Hemsworth.
Cut your hair, and we'll see what
God.
happens.
People don't talk about evolutionary
good.
biology, but the truth is this: men cheat because of variety. They just love the variety. They love spreading their seed. It's evolutionary.
Biological.
Women cheat because they need emotional support or financial support.
Oh my God.
That's it.
Yeah.
Women don't cheat because they're
Oh
like,
my
that
God,
guy's
you just
hot.
dropped dimes
That
on
guy's
the-
hot. Let me
Everybody
fuck
listening,
him.
if your woman's cheating on you, it's because you're not fucking her emotionally, or you're not fucking her bank account.
They want to move like
You're
women.
not fucking her bank account.
I used to be really mad when I like, oh, women are like these women are gold diggers. All women are gold diggers
Dude,
because all women
I
want
felt like a
financial
boss
support.
giving my wife $100 bill the other day.
Yeah, all
Dude,
women like it.
dude, I was expecting her to blow me like Goodfellas. Didn't work, dude. It was a smaller stack, of course. It wasn't
Yeah,
even
yeah.
like that. It was like a, hey, here you go.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I was just there like,
Nothing.
nothing. She
Yeah,
was
and
like, okay.
And
like,
these women have this shit like, oh, my love language.
She's probably have had a man pay
Yeah.
higher parking tickets for her.
Yeah. All women's love language
But
is
she
money.
has. That's why I'm so mad thinking about
My girl, she makes a lot of money. I don't know how important money is to my chick.
If she
that's
wasn't
one
making
thing
a lot of
I-
Because you guys are both fucking rich, maybe.
She's not
Or
rich,
living
but
off
she
good.
makes- she does. She has
you
a good
guys
job.
ordering out every night?
She orders out a lot.
Do you
Yeah.
pay? Do you mostly pay for stuff in the
She,
relationship?
she pays for food a lot.
I like that.
Yeah.
My
Alright.
wife also pays for a lot.
Maybe more than I do, even though, I mean, when she gets extravagant gifts, she's like,
You guys live
she
together?
tries to out alpha me sometimes,
You guys
I
live
think.
together?
No, we're not living together. She's too young, man. She lives with her parents, though.
Have you guys ever had a situation where I'm gonna end the episode with this question. We're gonna move on to the Patreon section of this. Make sure you download the Patreon section. Make sure you subscribe to that shit. Make that money. No, I'm just kidding. But for real, subscribe to the Patreon. We're gonna show his dick.
Yep.
Yep.
So I have a real question for y'all. Have y'all ever had a little bit of like an older, like I'm talking like 50s to 80 years old kind of woman come at you, and it's just like, I'm gonna give you some
Yeah.
money.
Have you?
Oh, to pay you like kind of like
a little sugar mama.
pay for sex. I mean,
No, not sex. Just pay you for whatever you're down
well,
for.
when I was
Just to
hanging
respond
out with
to her.
Martha Stewart's daughter, it was definitely a feeling of like, look,
The Storts.
I'll take care of you.
Right.
Like you won't have to do a thing.
You told her that?
Huh?
No, she
Or
told
No,
him
but
that.
she, there was definitely
She
that
told
vibe.
you that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I had
what's
been-
the age difference there?
It was like almost 10 years.
She was 10 years older?
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow, you let that go.
Yeah, I look back and I'm like, what a fucking idiot. Because I
What
thought I
a
was in love with
fucking-
this other
Can
girl.
You
somebody
could have just
call
done
Bill the
stand up
biggest
and lived
dumbass
at her
ever right
house
now?
and
A woman that cooks pays for everything. Martha, okay,
would
go on.
blow him.
Yes. So, yeah, and then I've had a woman who I never even met that would just send me money and tell me that she was in love with me, and that asked me if I was like seeing other people. I'm going,
No.
I haven't even met you yet. What are you?
You just say
fucking
no,
talking
but can you
about?
send me more
You ever
money?
meet her? You ever meet her?
I've never met her.
Wow. She still sends you money?
She hasn't sent me money in a while because I told her I just felt like shit about it. I was like, stop.
Oh, wow.
But
Well,
she,
how much money?
God, one time she sent me a check for $10,000.
No.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You shut the fuck up right now, Bill.
Yeah.
Give me.
Wow.
Shut the fuck up.
Are you serious? Wow.
Yeah, and she was young too. It's very bizarre. She's the daughter of an oil family.
Oh, okay.
And I just was like, I felt so bad about it. I
What
was like,
the
please
fuck,
don't send me
Bill?
money anymore. I felt
That
like
was the
garbage.
first check?
But what'd you do with the 10 grand, buddy?
Oh, hookers. Hookers and
Nice.
cocaine? No, I
Nice.
don't know anything.
So what you do with the? No, I mean, now what you? Was that that was the first payment?
Then she sent me one more check for $2,000. I was like, you can't
How
send
much
any more
did
money.
you think you made that year?
How much did she think I made that year?
No, you made that year just off that.
Of her? I mean, she only sent me 12,000. But like,
Oh,
12,000.
that's still a lot. She sent you in bulk then.
Yeah. Both.
Yeah. So I don't know. It was, and I kind of was like, can I string her along and be like, one day when we meet, oh, things are tough. I don't have health insurance. But I was like, I can't be that guy.
Oh my god.
I can't fucking
You're
do it.
so fucking asshole. You're a dick.
Yeah. I met a woman. She was 54, 55 when I used to do the stunt show at Waterworld. And she would send me like a weekly allowance. It wasn't too
A
much.
weekly allowance.
Did you feel emasculated by
What
that?
the
at all?
Yeah,
fuck?
I
A
did. It
weekly
wasn't. It was
allowance?
not healthy for my mental.
Wait, what the? Shut the time out. Weekly allowance.
Yeah, she would
What
come and
the fuck does
massage
that
me. I would have to
mean?
get naked and she would massage me. That would be it. Every now and then she'd jerk me off.
Oh, you never had sex with her though?
Never had sex with her.
Yeah.
And it was more like then she
What?
fell.
When you
she
look
kinda
like
fell in
Leo,
love with
you
me.
get
How much
those
was
gigs.
his allowance?
It was $500 a week.
I'll take it.
It was nice.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it was
How
not
much
bad
is
at
that a
all.
month?
2,000.
It's not bad.
2012. That's 24,000 a month.
That's better than
How
universal
long did it
basic
last?
income.
It lasted about a couple years. No, almost
Damn.
2 years.
$42,000.
Then it got weird, and I had to stop.
Then it
was-
got weird.
Yeah. She started getting a little.
Yeah,
toxic
she has invested
herself.
$42,000 in you. Of course it got
Yeah,
weird.
at that point she was like,
What
when
the
am I
fuck?
gonna get?
I
When am I gonna
invest-
get some
I
pussy? I
invest-
mean some dick. Yeah.
Oh wait.
Dude, I invested
Did you refuse
$10
to
into
fuck
a
her?
burger in its series.
I told I made her feel, and I think that I was able to get money. I was able to get the significant, the weekly rate because I
The
didn't
weekly
fuck her.
rate?
I thought that if I fucked her, it would be done. So I kind of would not lead her on, but I would be like, hey, if
Yeah.
you really do just care about me, why you should help me out. And I would play like I was like 26, 27.
Oh my god, that card
So
works?
I was like, it was like, I want to, I have bills. I told her that I had student loans and stuff like that, although I didn't. And then, it was more of like she cared about, I made her, I feel like, fall for me a little bit and care about my life and not, like, I was like, if you want me for sex, that's wrong. Why would you? You're paying me for sex. And then it never, so it was only a couple of hookups and.
Wow. All right, guys. Well, if you guys want to hear more of this shit, we're gonna talk about this on the Patreon. This is shocking to me. This is breaking news all over the world right now.
White people problems.
This is wow. Two of these men, I never thought. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, guys, but we're gonna move on to the Patreon section of the episode. Please make sure to subscribe to Patreon. If you guys want to plug anything, your Instagrams for the regular viewers.
Sure.
I'm just kidding. If you guys want to plug anything, Leo.
Yeah, Leo, LEOFDOT is my Instagram. Also got a podcast, The Leo and Danny Show. And
You were on The Bachelor.
I was on The Bachelor. And then I
Season
got
what? Season what?
season 14, Bachelorette season 14. And then check out my YouTube channel, do pranks and stuff like that. And put some of my stand-up up, Leo Dottavio.
You got nice toes.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
All right. Well,
So I'm at Bill Dawes on Instagram, BILLDAWES. I have a podcast called The Afterlaugh with both of you guys.
good,
that
great
have been
pod.
on.
Been on that
Great
one.
pod.
And
Talk about my life
hey,
and
if
my father.
you can rent a movie that I co-wrote and co-produced and starred
good
called
movie. I've
Before
seen
the
it.
Sun Explodes on Amazon.
Great movie.
It's like $3.99. So just
What about the
you know,
action
you could-
movie you just fucking got on?
Oh, it was a movie called Invasion with Riz Ahmed, who's probably gonna get nominated for an Oscar. So that's good, but that's not
yeah,
out till the
dude.
fall. Yeah.
Very cool.
All right, guys. Well, moving on to the Patreon section. Make sure you follow them. Thank y'all for listening to our Talk Your Shit. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you leave us a 5-star review on the Toxico Confessions on our Patreon and on our regular podcast. And everywhere you listen to this podcast, Apple, Amazon, Google, and Spotify. Please make sure you follow. Thank y'all for listening. We'll see you on Patreon.